know, all of a sudden, you know, these soldiers are going haywire and they're affected by the SOP, you know, that makes, that's what I think of. And then, 250, we see something large. I don't really have an idea on this. This is,
Megatron.
huh?
It's Megatron.
Oh, yeah. I can't do his voice. I'm not that good. I was gonna try, but then I was like, you know whose voice I wish I could do? Optimus Prime, because, you know, it's just awesome. You know he was a Tanami dude, right? Yeah. Peter Cullen. Yeah, it's Megatron. That's 100% confirmed. YouTubers, and don't expect anything less. You know what? It's gonna be Metal Gear Solid X Transformers. That's what this game is now. And somewhere in there, there's a V. Yeah, but I think that it's either Psycho Mantis manipulating a whole bunch of junk, or this literally is the weapon that surpasses Metal Gear that we heard about in the E3 2013 trailer. But I'm not really sure because it looks like a bunch of junk. So,
that's very it's interesting that you say that, because you know you don't see a whole lot of it, and it does kind of look like a hodgepodge of stuff there. Like if that's a, you know, like a hand or whatever, or what would be a foot. It's a very weird looking, you know, hand or foot, and so it kind of also, you know, it has that long section that disappears into the fog. So, you know, yeah, it's curious you say that, but and then the way it moves though, like kind of has like a snake-like movement to it, you know, kind of type thing. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that, like a almost like a snake charmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Snake.
So you mentioned Psycho Mantis controlling stuff. So yeah, I feel like that's probably more of a possibility.
Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. And then at 254, we see more soldiers, and honestly, they're probably skulls because they go haywire and their eyes light up. They look like they got some Mass Effect helmets on, though.
Yeah, it looked like something from either Mass Effect or what was that one game, the thriller game, or the scary game that took place in space.
Deep Space?
Dead Space.
Dead Space. Yeah. I said Deep Space. I'm like, oh, okay. It was something D Space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I've theorized that these could probably be the beginning foundings of Gray Fox. That was, you know, Gray Fox being Frank Yeager. You know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
Well, you'll learn about it in when I do my Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's biggest thing for me is trying to like keep all the names together, and then like as far as like all the snakes, like when I first started looking into it, I just thought, you know, it was one snake, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I got to looking into it and I was like, wait, hold on, you know, you got, you know, Snake, and then Snake was, you know, Big Boss, and I was like, you know, then they start mentioning the boss, and I was like, so that's a different person. And then, you know, then Old Snake, which is, you know, in Guns of the Patriot, which is the Solid Snake. Then you got Liquid and Solidus and then Liquidus, and I was like, you know what?
Wait, Liquidus?
Yeah, it was Liquidus. It was a Liquidus.
There's a Liquid Snake.
Yeah, Liquid. Well, Liquid, Solid, and then what? Solidus.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, wait, where the Liquidus?
I thought there was another one, but
oh, like you must have played a game that I didn't know about. All right, I'm gonna have to go get that.
No, but yeah, you're right. That was my mistake.
Oh no,
sorry, I misspoke.
Oh no, you fine.
They gonna have it's not for you. That's for the comment Nazis.
Oh yeah. Well, when we get some comments, we'll you know.
He called him Liquidus. What a noob.
Yeah, they'll definitely come after you. We see a title card, Yoji Shikinawa, if I'm saying that right. No.
I think so.
No. I'm so sorry. I did mess that up. I'm sorry. If they're watching this, Shinkawa. Yeah. Yoji Shinkawa. He's been with Kojima since pretty much the beginning of the Metal Gear. I'm talking about literally back in the 80s. That's when all this started. Like in real life 80s, he made the Metal Gear franchise in the 80s. 258 Earthbender status. We see the rocks coming up next to a bloody snake who has on the naked camo, which means that he doesn't have a shirt on. That's not for me.
But makes me think, that those rock formations also kind of look like his transforming shrapnel.
I didn't even think of that.
And then the fact that, it changes shape, or at least throughout this trailer, it changes shape. Just looking at that now, that it kind of has that same look. And so I'm wondering if that's connected in any way. And again, what could it be?
Yeah, we don't know. Julian Mercerone, I don't know how to say that. The executive technology director. He's the one that designed the the intro to Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and did the interface for the early builds of the iDroid, and he did the design for the iDroid. So he's someone that's kind of important. 302, a bunch of soldiers in a building, one that we presumably infiltrate. We see a helicopter crash, another one that the propellers splits the soldiers like in half, like chops them down, like literally the chopper is chopping them down. And you said what?
So they forgot the duck.
Oh yeah.
See on movies, they get out the helicopter and they like crouch real low. Yeah, they forgot that.
Yeah. See, no. When disaster comes, what is first people's inclination that they should like? Oh, hey, what's that in the sky that's coming slowly towards us? That is like 5 seconds away from murdering us. That looks like a helicopter about to crash. Dude, you better move. Like, okay, stick around here if you want to. But, I would like to state this for YouTubers. I said this before, but this is literally a visual, representation of an Eminem verse. I'm gonna splice that in for you. So take a look at that.
Honda Accord with a 4-door Ford. But a motor dropping an acapella, the top fella, the mozzarella worse than a helicopter propeller. Your Honda Accord with a 4-door Ford. But a motor dropping an acapella, the top fella, the mozzarella worse than a helicopter propeller.
And then, we see, I don't think this is Diamond Dogs. I think this is XOF. Something that we saw in past trailers. The members of Skullface's unit. And there's one that has a mask on and like an oxygen mask on. And he has an SMG out. He's about to run away when he should have ran like 12 seconds ago. But you know what? What can we do? Now, I think that's an oxygen mask. Now, as far as that tank that's on his back is concerned, I can't figure out if that's an oxygen tank. If that's a full oxygen tank, or one of those tanks is oxygen and one of it's like phosphorus, so he can like burn people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I don't know. So moving on from that, we see another title card from people that we don't necessarily know. We see Snake. He's kind of bloody as far as I can tell. He has a gun aimed at a doorway entrance. Can't tell exactly where this is. I want to say it is at the Diamond Dog's base, but we see a dead body over by the doorway, and then we see a burning body. You have any ideas of what this could be?
Now you are. Where are you at in the trailer?
308.
308. Well, it's interesting because you got to go. I don't know if this is tied to. There's another part a little further ahead in the trailer where you see somebody, looking like the Human Torch. So I don't know if that's part of it too. If it's the same thing or what. But
what how many seconds?
Let's see. So it's at 3:27.
3:27.
Granted, it's kind of hard to tell from this, but it's a little different. But yeah.
Okay, I got a special thing for that. We'll get to that.
Right.
But let's go in order here. And at 3:12. At 3:12, we see a helicopter crash, and this is probably the same one that we saw back at around 2:48. But Snake's in a different outfit. He's in his sneaking suit that we see in the quiet cutscene trailer, and in the Diamond Dog cutscene trailer. He's in that sneaking suit. That looks like the HD version of Metal Gear Solid 1, and this is presumably caused by, as we progress slowly here to 3 minutes 14 seconds, a skull that is literally in midair and is probably caused the crash that we see happening, like I said, at 2:48. As we progress to 3:17, we see Snake riding with Skullface. He has a mask on. He's got his signature cowboy hat on. He's doing it big.
I tell you what. I tell you what. So Tom Segura reference out there for anybody that watches him, comedians. You have this whole thing about guys in cowboy hats and basically how they should if you wear a cowboy hat, you shouldn't be allowed on vehicles. You should only be able to ride a horse, basically.
Well, we got horses in the game, so you never know.
I tell you what. Alright. Sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, no, you fine. But yeah, he's got a cowboy hat on, and he's got a Phantom of the Opera. Really? Okay, I just caught what I just said. I was gonna say he has a Phantom of the Opera mask on.
Yeah,
and
you don't. That's the Lone Ranger mask is what he has on there.
Oh, is that what it is?
Or yeah, because Phantom of the Opera mask was the half mask, half white mask.
Oh,
so that's either Lone Ranger or maybe even Zorro. Even Zorro. Even though Zorro was a bandana, but yeah, it's the same kind of type deal.
Well, he wore that Mexican hat for like for like a little bit. I thought there was somebody in the Phantom of the Opera that had like a mask like that on.
I don't know.
It's like the bank robber mask or Yeah, it's like one of those old school, like you said, Lone Ranger bank robber masks. But yeah, I said Phantom of the Opera, and I thought Phantom Pain. Okay, yeah, let's just go with it. And then I didn't catch what I said until I said Phantom of the Opera.
There you go.
Yeah. So he's now at this time he's speaking in live time, and the soldier that we see on the front, that is literally the XOF unit. They're supposed to be the anti-Fox unit.
Yep.
They're going down into the base that we see. We see a whole lot of ATV on the side, armored utility vehicles. That's not what that stands for. I'm just saying. And you know, a bunch of like military grade vehicles with soldiers, you know, standing on the side, and military cargo trucks. And as they're passing by, you know, they're talking about, I'm guessing is what's still language and stuff like that, and transforming and stuff like that. Do you have audio on that to verify that?
Let's see what he's saying specifically. It says, America is a country of liberty, a meeting of immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You know the voice to that dude, James Horan? He's in that motorcycle commercial.
What motorcycle? Which one?
The one where, you know, he's like looking to buy a motorcycle. He's like, pull right for turn right, pull left to turn left. You gotta pull both the, you know.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's him. And of course, you know, Kiefer Sutherland, you know, voice of Snape. But apparently, I think they're going to the base that we see in the E3 2014 trailer, and that's what that's probably leading into. Okay, now now progressing. We're just gonna run through these really quick. We see Eli, and he's in his place wherever we find him at, probably Africa. Is what the idea that we get from seeing the last year's E3 trailer. We see Quiet. I'm guessing who was arriving for the first time. I'm not really sure, but she's getting ready for battle because we see her mascara kind of like flare up, and then we see
it's kind of a weird power to have.
Yeah, we're trying to figure that out. I don't know exactly what it does, but what did we say? That she was kind of like a failed experiment that kind of ran away, a skull experiment that ran away. So that's what we're going with that. Also, then we see a code talker, you know, smoking on his piece and pipe. And then now we get to the thing. We finally get to 3 minutes 27 seconds where, you know, this is Psycho Mantis's doing. I can guarantee that this is Psycho Mantis's doing. But, you know, Psycho Mantis can reach into people's minds and pull out memories and cause hallucinations and all sorts of junk. We see that in Metal Gear Solid 1, which I still will be getting to. Haven't uploaded that yet. It's taken a long time to render the videos. I'm sorry. Now, this hallucination in particular is Volgin from Metal Gear Solid 3. There's no really two ways about it. I can say that with a surety. Unless Kojima says otherwise, I'm saying this is a hallucination of Volgin. Reason why I say that is because look at his outfit. You know, if you look at him closely, you know, he has that similar outfit that he had when he was battling Snake in the what was it, in Grozny Grad, when he was about to blow it up. That's not a spoiler alert. You should have already played the game. Not you, not you threes. All the YouTube people out there, they should have already played the game. If you haven't played the game, watch me do this walkthrough, because I like it. You're gonna like it. We can like it together. Now, he has on that same outfit, and it looks the same. It's sleeveless, which we haven't seen on any of the characters yet. We only seen it in this particular instance because those look like his real arms. His arms are kind of his eyes are kind of glowing. A pure hatred, reddish orange white thing type deal, and we see bullets kind of lodged in his skull. So either one, that this is a hallucination, or two, that this literally is Vulcan resurrected. And I'm going with that this is a hallucination from Snake, because during the one of the gameplay footages that we saw, and I want to say it was during one of the VGAs, that, you know, he showed up, then he disappeared in a mist smoke that was caused by the fire putting out the flames of the hospital, of the first start of the beginning hospital sequence of the Phantom Pain. Now, what's interesting to note here is that his power was actually lightning, not fire, lightning, and that seems like a downgrade. The reason why I say that seems like a downgrade is because if you ever watched Avatar, not the Legend of Korra, not the one with the blue people, the one with the kid and the arrow on his forehead when he was a kid, there was talks of saying, oh, well, you know what, the Fire Nation, we can shoot lightning. We can shoot lightning or redirect it, or whichever one it was. But
did a both. There was it was a very special skill, like you said, where there was, you know, special people of the Fire Nation that could conjure up and shoot lightning. Quite interesting, quite cool.
Yeah, and it seemed like the hotter that the fire got, the more bluer it got, and it seemed like in the show it would turn to lightning. How's that relate to that? Because, you know, he's been dead. He probably lost some of his ability. He probably can't shoot lightning no more, so he can shoot fire, drop flames on them. Now, that's Vulcan. And it looked like he's back for revenge. As we zoom in closer on him, we see Now, we're gonna just pass that. Now we see at 329, you know, we see a bunch of Diamond Dogs people, and we see that there's a bunch of different Diamond Dog soldiers. We see Ocelot spinning his gun from a gun that I'm pretty sure you can create based off of the gameplay footage that we've seen in this E3 2015 trailer. And you know, what's interesting to note is the guy in the yellow in the background. He seems like an air traffic controller. No, he's got the he's got the red things in his hands that look like he should be doing the you know,
just there for the ride.
Yeah, one of those dances like in the nightclubs. He got them sticks, you know. And Ocelot, he's showing off, and he's
as he always does.
Yeah, but you gotta admit it's pretty cool. Especially when he quick drawed him in the in Russia 20 years ago in the events of Snake Eater. That was pretty awesome. He even ricocheted a bullet that's not known to ricochet in main media. So it's impressive. The soldier in the back is standing there with what seems to be a modified version of the MRS-4 rifle, because it looks like it has a different magazine capacity. It looks like it has a straight magazine instead of a curved one that we would normally see on an M4 variant or an M16 variant or HK416 variant, which actually kind of all look like the same guns in real life. But twirling the gun, everybody's watching them. Snake is watching them, Miller is watching them. It's awesome. Then we see a close-up of Mantis. And that's not really important. We see a close-up of Snake with ashes on his face. You know, lamenting about the comrades that he lost. At 3:37, it's a close-up of Snake looking in the mirror, presumably the place where we found all the weapons and stuff at. I'm assuming he's going to be kind of bloody on the other side, because he looked kind of stressed on one side and kind of bloody on the other side. And it's a close-up on the Diamond Dog's patch on his left arm, and that is also customizable in the real game, in the Phantom Pain. So you can create your own logo. Now, see, well, we'll talk about that after this the recording is done. But yeah, he's blooded on one side. He looks in the mirror. We see Quiet amidst the sand dune, and she does something to her rifle and then walks away. We see a title card: Retaliation breeds retaliation. Eli gets on to the Metal Gear, what I'm assuming to be Zeke, that we left in Peace Walker, and Snake running away in his sneaking suit as we progress slowly, and he has a MRS-4 rifle in his hand and some type of missile launcher in the back, and that's gonna be great. As far as this one goes, at 4 minutes and 3 seconds, we see Snake hanging upside down and Skullface talking to him, and I'm thinking that he's captured again for the third time in the game in his life. As far as games go, we don't know to what capacity that this is happening. We just know that he's upside down, and I'm assuming that he's being captured by Skullface, like it's some type of trap or something like that. I don't really know. Now, whether this takes place before or after the ride in the truck, I'm speculating that it's before. That's how he's able to get him in the truck in the first place. But that's just me. They're in some type of cave, obviously, because we see dirt drip down from a upwards positioning. Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that. Do you?
I don't know. Like you said, it's just, me, I like to comment on this little horn. It's not as protruded in this scene, as you can see. It's and then, like you said, too. What do I think? I think this happens. I want to say this happens after the scene in the truck, you know. Now, not maybe directly after, but I think they were together discussing stuff, you know, prior to. And Snake goes off and do something, and it's probably Skullface kind of like, hey, you know, I see you, you know, we gonna have issues type thing. And,
yeah.
like you said, Snake gets caught, and, you know, he's probably sitting here telling him, like, didn't I tell you, you know, if you come around here, we're going to have issues. So.
Gonna handle that business, son.
That's what I'm thinking there.